that their papers are so full of perjury that I could begin just without taking an attorney or an investigator. I could I could have probably ripped apart three-quarters of it in the courtroom alone if given the time. I want to go item by item, you know.
Yeah, I just want to calm them down and
Yeah,
stop them from being such jerks with you.
yeah,
That's what I want.
yeah,
I mean, from what Dave is telling me, they're behaving very badly and very stupidly and very meanly with you.
yeah,
Very mean.
yeah,
And I don't know if I can help, but I want to give it a try.
yeah.
So if I have permission to tell them that you and I are starting to work together,
You can
I
tell me
may
what.
or may not want to use that piece of information.
Well, what would you want to do? I don't. It's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would probably try to start by not saying that because it's a community problem. There's conflict. So how do we resolve that? And it isn't by behaving worse and worse and worse. It's by behaving better and better and better. So if you
yeah,
want to stop, if you want to fuel a fire, you just add more gas, right?
mm,
And that's what they're doing. If they want to put out a fire, then they have to start doing things differently,
yeah,
right? And so do you. And you're already doing your part. So we need them to do their part, which is
yeah,
to be kinder, to be understanding, to not, for you to not do things that irritate them, and for them to not do things that irritate you. But not only not, first of all, not doing irritating, stupid things, but going the extra mile, doing kind things to one another, saying, hi, how are you?
You know what's
You
funny
know?
is that I went to a neighbor and sent some Christmas gifts to two people, and they show up in the courtroom, and it's like, I went, what? Oh, they were saying horrible things about me.
Oh, my.
I mean, that weren't even true. They had to come up with another lie. Oh, so I mean, it's like saying, forget it. For me, from my standpoint, it was like, that what I mean, there's nothing I can do. It's a zoo, and then when that guy plays this little game of releasing his dog to justify coming towards me, that really, says they are still at it, so
Yeah.
they I mean, and even if he tries to come up with an excuse, he knows that dogs are supposed to be on a leash at all
Of
times
course.
outside.
Of
Why is he
course.
releasing his dog to come after me? I'm not afraid of the dog, but of the owner of the dog, yes, I am.
Okay.
Because he has threatened me in my face, he has threatened to go get his gun, and all that. So why is he doing that? Maybe, um, um, I hope that either Huber or Dave yell at him for doing that. I know he's going to play his little game. He's going to. I can already see it. No, no, no. It was an accident. Yeah, right. At the time, timed it very well, only to happen to me. Let his dog go so he can approach me.
No,
Or not.
if the dog is not on a leash, that's not an accident. That's an on purpose.
Right. And that's what let you need. If you can let Dave know that because it happened. The dog off a leash come to let go. I'm not afraid of the dog, but I'm afraid of the
Okay.
owner. So
Yeah.
the owner was seeking to justify approaching me, by via his dog, letting his off the leash dog come after me. So that's something that Dave needs to know. Well, that's how it goes.
Okay.
I mean, I really, I shouldn't have restraining orders, or at least they ought to be mutual, but
Or at least you have to what?
they they ought to be mutual. It cannot be
Yes, yes, yes.
one-sided. I mean, that was cold. To to do that. Just as I was going by, we were going by, let the dog loose. You know, I mean, to
That was
justify.
clearly on purpose.
Yeah,
Clearly on purpose.
yeah, and anybody
To
would,
mortify you.
yeah, you know, to antagonize me. It's like I could probably find a way to play a game on them, you know, but they are the ones already still playing games, and will they give up? Probably not, you know.
Yeah, so I told Dave that I'd be glad to come out and speak to them,
Yeah,
but no guarantees because, as you say, they may not want to stop playing stupid games.
mm,
And then I don't know what the answer is, but I want to give it a try.
yeah,
I want to see what we can do. I've done it in the past. I've had some success in the past.
yeah,
But no guarantees because you don't know. You know, these people are kind of all riled up and stuff. And you don't know, who people are. You just don't know what their situation is mentally or how they've ganged up, gang mentality,
you know, I mean,
all
the
that
problem,
kind of stuff.
yes, the problem is they get together, they lie together, they lie for one another. Has become through the Houthi papers. It became obvious, like the one guy, saying, I mean, I have never seen anybody outside his garage, never. So I am the crazy one seeing ghosts. So I had to quickly rebut that by asking the officer right there, you know what, has the police ever been out, and found people around my garage? He said yes. Then I went on and said, perjury by Michael Ness, and it was left at that. Then the a Ligrak Nano, who is not a father or stepfather, because he is one of these monstrosities we see today. He lives with he lives with another man's wife, and he has done that for probably 10 years. So however you call that, that happens all over the place, I guess. But that's not any kind of, I say, are you aware that that Nicole, because I say Nicole because it's not a daughter or stepdaughter, because there is no relationship there other than they own the house together. Are you aware that she has been, that she waits for me outside and that? No, that's, no, I'm not, none of that. Then I have to ask Algebra, have you not seen video of her waiting for me outside? Okay, so basically, I mean, but I could have done the whole thing throughout the whole case. I wasn't even given a chance. I wish I had an hour or two to rebut so many sickening allegations,
Wow.
and I mean, 90% of that would be not true. So,
Yes.
so I mean, I really need to take, um, restraining orders against them so that their games would end. That I'm used. They, well, everything.
But you don't know that that's going to end too, because a restraining order, you know what's going to happen. They're going to be pissed off that there's a restraining order. Then they're going to get together.
Against me only right now.
Yeah, because according to Dave, they're doing such silly, stupid, mean things. The restraining order isn't going to stop them from doing that. They'll just use that and say, okay, well, we can't do that, so what can we do? What other kind of mean, stupid thing can we do? Rather than, how do we solve the problem?
Yeah, but if they, I mean, this is not, yeah.
So you have to do the legal thing. I'm not arguing with that.
Yeah.
But I'm also saying, we've got to get this into a whole different ballgame, a whole paradigm shift. We have to have a whole different game. Let's say that this is the game of Parcheesi. We've got to change it to tennis.
Yeah.
A whole different thing. So he said that he would be inviting me to go down there the end of the month. That's really close.
Yeah.
So
Sooner, if I had my way, yeah.
well, it's up to him.
Now, guess what? Something else that's very fishy.
What's that?
This goes towards, and you don't have to mention this today, but this goes towards corruption by the